make up slanders and try to say that we sold out and all that shit, that the elders sold out, you know, under the COINTELPRO.
Yep.
All that, y'all some niggas for that, man. And y'all know deep well inside in your spirit that the elders would never sell out, man. Y'all know we don't get down like that, man.
Right.
From the elders on down, you know we don't get down like that up under this, man.
And the point of it is because we hold ourselves and then we hold you to that same standard that we hold ourselves.
Yeah, man.
The same standard that the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shai holds us to. And we try to we're not in it to just push you out. The wicked men ain't gonna make it regardless. If it ain't meant for you, you ain't gonna get in regardless.
It's the Lord trimming the fat.
Right, it's the Lord trimming the fat. We're just here, He's just using us as vessels to make sure that the standard is way up here, that the bar is raised to a righteous level, not to a nigga level that's trying to act righteous. It's actually at a positive righteous level. And not by what you see or what you think in your mind, but by the mind of the Most High God, by the standard of what He wrote down or had written down in His book.
Yeah, man, like that was some nigga shit, man. Because you got getting on Nate, you know what I mean? You know, we try to abstain from talking about that dude, but it's always a spirit that hops on brothers to get at that dude, man.
Yeah.
You know, because you bring in most of the ruckus right now in Israel, confusing everybody, bringing the deceit and confusion in Israel right now, man. We don't hear Comfy, we don't hear, you know, them other clowns. They in the background doing whatever the fuck they doing. You the one that's making that fucking noise right now, man. But that was some nigga shit because through the spirit that you got exposed for selling out, and now you want to throw the blame back out and point to the men that exposed you and try to say that they sold out.
That's
man.
the nigga mentality.
That's a nigga mentality right there.
I've been hearing more and more,
yeah?
more. I mean, from black people themselves, the so-called African Americans, how they are just as guilty as the white man for this civilization being the mess it is, man. I swear.
The only guilty that we are, that's true, but the only guilty that we are, because we didn't follow the laws, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father. We didn't do what He told us to do. That's where we're guilty at. And in no other place.
Okay.
Palestine
had a black president in the 5th century. I saw his picture in Muhammad Speaks way back in the 60s, mid-60s, 67.
Man, that whole Muslim doctrine was adapted from us to fit Ishmael, so they can fit themselves into the prophecy. But it didn't go to them. It went through Abraham and then Isaac, not Ishmael, into Isaac, and not into Esau, but into Jacob, which is Israel. Hey man, don't come trying to tell us, man. Please, just come and listen. Okay. If you want to listen, just come listen. That's it too. And when Jake knows something and really knows the truth about something, here come another Jake trying to tell what he knows, trying to disprove what you know. It's about more disproving what we know and just saying that I'm on a level 2. We don't need you to be you on a level when you sit back and you listen.
Yeah, you more on the level when you're quiet, man.
It's better.
And that's what that nigga did last week.
Right.
A nigga that came up last week, the camera didn't catch it because the camera it went off. But we had a simple ass nigga that came up, and we breaking the prophecies down about how he's Israel, how the people on this sign is Israel, and it seemed like it went through one ear and out the other, and then all that we tried to break down to this clown. All he wanted to do was go into some other shit.
Right.
And tried to call himself.
To tell what he knows.
He tried to find an avenue to get in just so he could try to teach us something, man. And that's how Jake deal. They always want to teach you something when they don't know nothing.
Take the low sometimes. Sit back. It's like the saying goes, it's better to be quiet and be thought of fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
That's how you learn. That's how you become wise, man.
Right. That's how you become wise, and you're thought to be wise.
Yeah.
Rather than opening your mouth and removing all the doubt that you were ever wise. The whole point of it is when somebody is teaching you something, humble yourself down to that information. Sift it through your own spirit and see if it line up with it. If it don't, move on. Go do your thing. Don't sit around trying to teach men that came out with the intent to teach men. We're not out here to be ministered to or to be taught. We're out here to teach and to minister to you people and to warn you people about the coming destruction that's about to happen. That's why we're out here, not to hear your side of the story of what you feel or you think or what you heard from someone else.
Back in Jeremiah 5 and 28, they are waxing fat, they shine. Yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge.
My same friend said, what about our other friend? He was one of our best friends. What happened to him? I said, he's never done me wrong directly, but I don't like him and I don't trust him no more. Why? Why not? Everybody wants to know why. Because I don't trust you. I watched him do other people so dirty that I won't be a victim of that same circumstance. Whether he ever would do it to me or not, I'm going to let him know, and let everybody else know that ain't going to happen to me. And I don't trust you enough to allow to put myself in subjection up under you. So you can get me to bend over and stick the fucking banana in my ass. Fuck no. Like you do everybody else. I watched you do that to the Hispanics that work for you. I watched you do it to your so-called friends. And it won't happen to me. I warn the friends, if they continue to bend over for your dumb ass, then they do that. That's on them. But that's not about me. I'm not like that. I understand the whole conclusion of the matter.
It says, shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this?
Do the 2/3 not think they're gonna get dealt with for the bullshit that they perpetuate amongst our own people? Just outside of themselves, the wickedness that they perpetuate throughout other people? Do you think I'm not gonna avenge that? Of course he is. Get Jeremiah 4:22 real quick, and then we wanna hit still wanna get to those Ephesians and
Jeremiah 4 and 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me.
Because everything we do is without the knowledge of the Most High God. We don't consider this nigga mentality perpetuates that we don't know the Heavenly Father. That's what it's about. That's what Willie Lynch was trying to do. Separate us from church and state. Separate us from the Heavenly Father from being our power. So we can be powerless like they are. That was the whole point. And you people missed that point. The point is, get them away from their God so they have no power and we can control everything. Because they're the only ones that can take us out of power when they have their God or their power with them.
It says, they are Sodom's children.
Stupid children, you do stupid ass shit all the damn time. Shit that has no thought behind it. Go ahead.
And they have none understanding.
They have no understanding of the basics of life, let alone spiritual understanding of anything.
They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
You know how to sell and rock up and hold down a block and rock it all up and have a whole infrastructure set up to make bullshit ass money, destroying our own people or robbing each other or whatever, but you don't know how to do nothing righteous. You don't know how to just be honest and admit blame when you wrong. Simple things that are good in the sight of the Heavenly Father. Admit your faults and confess your faults to your brother when you've done your brother wrong and trying to make up for that. That's a righteous deed to the Heavenly Father. But our people are so fucking prideful, they don't want to do that. Too prideful to want to do it. They're too prideful to hear real men telling you the truth about yourself that's cutting you inside your soul. And it cuts most of us, on some level, if not all of us, on some level. Got something?
Hosea 4 and 6.
Yep.
My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
They're destroyed for the lack of knowledge of the Heavenly Father. Fuck this worldly knowledge of not going to college and all of that. That's not the knowledge it's talking about. It's talking about the real knowledge of the world through the Heavenly Father. Because through the Heavenly Father, you can learn everything. Right. All science, all business, all about the elements, about animals, biology, everything you can learn from the Heavenly Father. Right. Through this word. You don't even need him himself to come down and teach you. You can learn directly off the word. He'll teach you in all avenues.
Especially it's saying our people are destroyed for basically being ignorant, man. A nation of ignorant people, man. And in a sense, when you go by Esau's term of nigga, it means ignorance.
Yep.
You know, we understand that the word really means black. But the new way of saying it today is to be ignorant. And so when you have a nigga mentality, then guess what? You lack knowledge, man. You're an ignorant individual. And that's why a lot of these niggas just don't have it. Because they ignorant. They don't know nothing. They don't want to know nothing. They just complacent with just being a straight up nigga. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the easy.
That's just their shell. That's just that shell that Jake is in.
Yep.
Being a nigga is in.
They enjoy being a nigga. You guys are proud to be niggas.
You proud to not know shit.
Right, you proud to not know who you really are. You don't want to be a prince of the power. You want to be a ignorant ass nigga in the hood and be comfortable in this fucking slavery ass state that we in. The destroyed, lack of knowledge state that we're in. Not knowing nothing, not knowing today from tomorrow, not knowing what's going to happen next month, living check to check and everything else. Y'all happy with this mentality. That's that nigga slave mentality that we've been talking about all damn day. Go ahead, bro, from the top if you don't mind.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
And it takes, and my, I remember this shit, my 9th grade teacher said, you're gonna have to work to fail my class. You can't fail this class just by coming in and doing whatever it takes for you to do. You can't fail. You're gonna have to work to fail my class. So if you're gonna work to fail, you might as well work to succeed. That was his message to us. And it wasn't Jake that said it. That's what niggas in the hood do. You work to fail. You work to be lazy. You work to be stupid. You work to not know nothing. You work to stay blinded and comfortable in the dumb things that you do, the dumb things that you follow. Because that's what the masses put out there is good to you. And you so stupid, you never question authority or the way that it's supposed to be. You never question it. You go ahead and do whatever all everybody else is doing, go with the same fads and styles everybody's doing, and fall right in line to be destroyed. That's all that's gonna happen to you. Every opportunity to not use your mind is what you take.
It says, that thou shalt be no priest to me. It says, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
And when you are rejected by the Heavenly Father, guess what you get in this life? You get missiles, you get ICBM missiles, hot ass missiles that's gonna burn your flesh off your skin, gonna burn your eyes off your skull, and your tongue out your mouth. That's what you get. You get a harsh, painful death, is what you get. One so harsh and painful that you're gonna remember what you're supposed to be doing, that you're gonna forever take that ass whooping and be righteous from then on out. You're never gonna have to be told again after this ass whooping from the Heavenly Father. Because we're gonna go to Proverbs next time. Go ahead.
Come. It says, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
I will forget you and your children. Your children will pay for your iniquities. And through the Spirit, for those that know, they're paying for their own iniquities, but they will pay for yours, even though they ain't really done nothing wrong yet. They're not responsible for their own actions. But are you trying to teach them the right ways? No, not yet. Not now, you're not. But after they get that lesson, then man, you get that lesson, they will. There was more? Proverbs, yeah, I was going to start. Let's start at the top. After 7, you can jump to 20.
Proverbs 1:1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel.
The wisest king of Israel, wisest man on earth ever, up until this point. And if you have a question of who it was, it's probably the same man. If you have a question if there was a man wiser than him. Go ahead.
To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words.
To know wisdom, bro. To know wisdom and instruction. That's the lack of knowledge that you have, but that's what this Bible gives you. Wisdom and instruction of what to do and how to do it. Go ahead.
To perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equality.
Right.
And not equality, equity.
Yeah, right. To have worth, to have judgment, and what else was the other word said?
Equity.
Equity was another.
Justice.
And justice. That means a righteous balance of life, knowing how to judge things for what it is. You can't say just because you lost something, somebody stole it from you. You got to have a righteous understanding of what could possibly happen. To be able to judge things on a balanced level. To have equity and to have worth of what's going on for yourself. And mainly the way you gain wealth to yourself is not through work to yourself and not by money. This fiat currency that's about to crumble any day now. It's about having wisdom.
Verse 4. To give subtlety to the simple.
To give subtlety to the simple. So you know how to be subtle now. You know how to be subtle in situations. Is Jake subtle nowadays? Hell no. Jake wants as much attention as he can get. That's what Jake wants. And when I say Jake, for you people that didn't hear earlier, it's the Negro, Latino, and Native American. Jake wants attention, as much attention, and will bring all types of attention to himself. Just for the sake of it. He don't care what kind of attention, and our women really don't give a damn what kind of attention. They'll take anything they can. They'll be half naked. They'll dye their hair fucking blonde and leprous. They'll do whatever it takes to get some form of attention. But that's not subtlety. It's telling you subtlety you need. And go ahead.
It says to give subtlety to the simple.
To the simple. Y'all all simple. Go ahead.
To the young man, knowledge and discretion.
To the young man, give knowledge and discretion, knowing when to say something and when to shut your fucking mouth. That's wrong with Jake. Jake walk around with his mouth open saying fucking dumb, idiotic shit that proves he has no knowledge all damn day. You smoke a little weed and say some obscure, weird shit, or quote something that somebody else said that sound like it might have been something, but we never hear you quoting out this Bible. That's not discretion. You gotta know discretion. Shut the fuck up when you need to learn something. Like the man that came up, he need to shut his damn mouth when he come up here. You don't need to be running his mouth. You need to just be quiet, have some discretion, and learn something. Go ahead.
Next time I'm gonna tell him, man, just get to work, man.
Yeah.
Go to work. It says to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion or advisement.
Yep.
A wise man will hear and will increase learning.
A wise man, and if y'all were wise, you would hear that we're telling you and we're teaching something good, and you'll shut your damn mouth. If you were wise, or if you heard wise things coming out your mouth, you be wise and just be quiet and listen. Stop whatever the fuck else you're doing. Stop and listen to these words of wisdom coming out the Bible. But what does it say?
It says, a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings.
The words of the wise and the sayings that they don't quite understand. If they were bright or light words, sayings, whatever, everybody can understand them. But this book is written in prophecy. It's written in code. It's written in puzzle. It's written in mystery. So you need somebody to show you how to put them puzzles into place.
Yep.
But those men that are able to do that are wise men. You should attain to those counsels. But Jake don't want to do that. Keep going.
Yeah. Verse 7.
Yep.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
You don't want to attain the wise counsels because you're a fool. You don't recognize wise counsel or wise men when you see it because you're a fool. Because fools hate knowledge and instruction and wisdom. You hate it because that's now the new standard that you're supposed to live by. You now have a responsibility to live up to that standard of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
It's Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 2. That was the wrong I'll just go to that. Ecclesiastes 1:13. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven, this sore travail have the Most High given to the sons of men to be exercised therewith. Verse 17, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this is also vexation of spirit.
Yep. It's confusing to know both bad and good. And it's empty to search it out. Just try to do your best to do what you understand of the most righteous things, and the Most High will elevate those things within you. Will manifest more righteousness within you.
Where it said that they rather love folly than wisdom.
That is an Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to search for.
It's like 6 or something like that. I'm glad said it.
It's Ecclesiastes.
Let me read this. Maybe it'll spark the talk. Here we go. Yep, now I found something else. Ecclesiastes 10:1. Dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary, which means perfumer. Yeah, it says to send forth a stinking savor, a bad smell, right? It says, so do a little folly him that is in reputation for honor and wisdom, for wisdom and honor, right? Because you don't look at people that have wisdom and honor as something great. There's always something bad associated with men of wisdom and honor. Why is that? Because it's those that have lack of knowledge and wisdom and honor that don't live up to that standard that always want to try to douse and bring them down. It said, plus searching out, like you said in that, searching out those things are folly and vanity. Trying to search out to know that much. It says, 2, a wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart is at his left. Right? Yea, also, when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth,